Avast, ye scurvy dogs, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus One. I'm Rear Admiral Trek of the heavy battlecruiser Pfeiffer Song. I say heavy battlecruiser, it's not. It's a gigantic monster. It's a large sun glider, the Pfeiffer Song, along with our two minders, the heavy cruisers Huntress and Pacer, which are CXs. As we continue our campaign against the Tiger Heart Cartel, and we have been kicking butt and taking names, we actually have these three territories. It's not quite showing up properly on the map. But yes, rest assured, we have all three of these territories, which is a station, a planet, and a station. So we're in a pretty solid position. So let us set out, do more damage, cause more problems. You know the drill by now, although I'm not quite sure if I can scout. That'll be interesting to find out. I do know that the monster has probes and our normal ships don't, but do we have a deep scanner? I think that's an important question to ask. So let's power our ship up to maximum power. Which is a maximum speed of only 25. Anything higher than that, and apparently our little space legs, or whatever it is we're using to actually move, can't handle that. So let's come over here to science and say scan. Oh, no, that was for the probe. Deep scan. Okay, so we do have deep scan potential. Let's just hit the maximum speed. We're going to find an enemy, namely this enemy, who is a single frigate. Oh, why did you get out of bed today? I think I'm going to be able to kill him in one overrun. Maybe not. I mean, we do have the two phaser 4s, which do, I think, 40 damage apiece. So that's 80, plus all those phaser 1s. I think we can kill him in one overrun. Slow down the speed of time. Wait for it to tell us, yep, we have all the required data. Shut that off. Are you trying to cloak again? Don't let him cloak. Oh, I've been shoot. Fired. Unfortunately, he did not die. That is not according to plan. You were supposed to immediately suffer a permanent existence failure. However, we did manage to get a big chunk of his engines right there. His BPV dropped quite quickly, and at this point, we're just going to continue to circle around him until he dies. The enemy frigate name, of course, the Timberwolf, which is being way too optimistic for what you actually are. So we're just going to continue to circle in on him, wait for the phaser 4s to get back online, and we're just going to pound away until he cries. Or explodes. Preferably explodes. And also admire the beautiful galaxy in the background, or the nebula in this case. And just wait until we get relatively in on him. He's doing speed of 1.5, which tells me he's almost out of cloak at this point. He's barely holding into it. His plasma torpedo is barely charging. If we cause enough engine damage, he may not be able to maintain cloak, which would be nice to try. So wait until we get to that stern arc. Managed to only get 4 damage through, which I suppose is kind of expected. I mean, you don't deal a whole ton of damage through shields unless, you know, you're that phaser, because apparently that was like pinpoint right there. He has dropped out of cloak. I think I may have gotten enough of his engine that he simply can't maintain the cloak anymore. Although he is still traveling at the speed, so he's picked up the pace. So he is still active and ready to fight. So we're just going to have to continue to curl on in. It's a range of 10 right now. We'll bring that down by the time we fire again. Hopefully he won't re-cloak. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that's what he wants to try. Although all our phasers are about to get online. So just wait for it. A little bit closer. Die. Nope, still didn't die. We have managed to take out most... There we go. Just needed the close range phasers to get involved. That's all that was required. And enemy destroyed. Excellent job by everybody involved. Let's see how much prestige that one is worth. Hopefully a considerable amount, although I am not all that optimistic. 320 prestige. I didn't realize that scouting missions paid so well. I guess I should have, but I didn't. So we're going to pop back here. We're just going to do a quick supply run. Repair, repair, and repair. Then we're going to come... No, we're not going to do... Ooh, that's an ambusher. We're going to do it. An ambush mission came up. That's worth 560 prestige if we succeed in it. We're going to go... Oh no, we're the ambusher, not the ambushee. Oh, never mind. This is going to be relatively simple. So we have the Teamster, the Pacer, and the Gothic, along with, you know, the Pacer over here and the Huntress. So we're going to have to fight to see who gets to have that name. Squaring off against the heavy cruiser, a frigate, and a heavy cruiser. So I think this heavy cruiser right here should probably be my main target, simply because he's traveling towards me. Let's get that forward shield buffed up, because we can't fix it. Or, well, we can't fix anything on our ship. Once it's broken, it's gone. So that's pretty important for us to keep in mind. We're going to go with a 4 and a 2, because I want to focus a little bit on attack. See if we can't cause a whole ton of damage, although it might behoove us to flex more on the defensive side. They are firing their fusion cannons at long range, although we've got a bunch of fighters coming in, so let's get involved. You're dead, and you're a group of 3, so you're more important. A whole bunch of phaser firepower into you, and then you. There we go. Okay, so we've dealt with the fighter groups. That's not a problem. We're going to turn away. The missiles, unfortunately, were wasted a little bit. we can maintain distance. We don't have to be anywhere near them if we don't want to be. And unfortunately, we have now lost one of our shields, and now we're vulnerable. Because Hellbores don't care about shield facing. They're always going to hit the side whenever they fire Hellbore at us. That's not good, because it's just damage on through. And again, we can't fix anything. If something breaks on this ship, we don't get a do-over. We don't get a repair of any kind. It's just gone. So hit him with the Phaser Force right there. 27 damage. They were also able to capitalize on that just a little bit. It looks like our friendly ambushers are starting to show up as well, and these missiles are not going to get through the Gatling phasers. The missile launchers on these two cruisers is basically just a waste of space. Although that's a good angle to come at. You've got decent range, a good angle to hit the shield from. You can actually cause quite a bit of damage there. HMS Ascendant is apparently our current target, so we're just going to lay into it, open her up a little bit. Did those mines hit us or them? I'm not really sure, although I think that mine... Oh no, they are just dishing out the mine damage. Okay, we're going to set our shields up to reinforce all, and I'm going to change priority. Do I want to? Because we are keeping them from trying to do any other shenanigans with defending themselves. And we are currently sitting at a defensive of 1. We could get that up to a 2. That would be pretty considerable. And they're not defending themselves right now, so we're going to swap, see if they react to that. Yeah, you've got the same ECM values, and your front shield is mostly gone. We'll hit you with the Phaser Force. 29 damage in through that. Getting a nice little amount of damage. He's also really heavily equipped with fusion cannons. And it looks like a little bit of fire going out to the Fortress here. The Fortress attempting to live up to its name, although kind of failing. Not doing a great job of surviving. Just getting absolutely mauled. He's down to a speed of 6. Both of his Hellbores look like they're offline. His phasers are mostly gone. He's just having a bad time of it. And there he goes. Fortress is destroyed, which means this IRQ is probably the last of the most powerful things that they've got. He's got 4 Hellbores, which is a problem for us, considering this shield is not existent right now. So anything he gets through that shield is just, well, like that. It immediately goes onto that thing. We can't avoid the damage. So let's just get into the right angle, fire everything we've got into there. 85 damage just from phasers, and wasn't even every single phaser that we had. Getting our Gatling phasers involved, dealing a whole ton more damage. We are currently out of phasers, although he's now dead, so don't need to worry about that. On to the LNX. He's got, what did we say, 4 fusion cannons? So he's only dangerous in the front and at relatively close range. So we can now basically bully him out of this fight, which is exactly what we're looking to try and do. So yeah, 4 fusion cannons, an additional 4 or 6, I think 6. 6 Phaser X's and 2 Phaser G's. Ah, we were right, it was the 6 Phaser X's, although, to be honest, I thought they were these and these instead of here. But it doesn't really matter. We're coming in for a final run. I think I'm going to let these fighters shoot first, because I don't really care. There they go. And then we'll get involved in here, knock out another shield. We'll pull away, and our Phaser G's will be able to get involved in this one. I think that'll kill him. Oh, nope, not quite. Although, if we keep coming around, we're definitely going to kill him with that. There we go. Cause a little damage to ourselves, but we are currently on a friendly tile, so we're just going to go in, fix ourselves, and move off. No real danger to us there. See how much prestige that one's worth. We know how much it is to be... Well, we know about how much, but it's only 150 if you ambush someone, which that's actually pretty reasonable. I mean, we basically outgunned them in all levels, and it wouldn't be really fair. I'm just somewhat masochistically checking to see if a Godfather-class Dreadnought shows up. Because, yeah, a BCH X3, that's 2 fusions, yeah, wouldn't want that. We're going to pop down here, keep putting the pressure on. We want to knock them completely off the map if we can. That's the goal after all. And once we do that, it's an accomplished campaign. Starting to think about the next campaign. Thinking about wrapping us back around to Federation, but I'm not entirely sure. We do, after all, have the uphill battle of Federation versus Romulan we will have to do at some point in the campaign. Or maybe this will somehow take us to April 24th, and we'll be playing Battletech after that. Although, you know what? I'm 99.9% positive that this campaign is not going to last until Battletech releases. Although that will be going up on the channel, absolutely. I am too much of a fan of Battletech for it not to. Oh, I think we're in the assault position. Nice. So we are in the lead position. All the convoy freighters are heading towards us, and we spawned right in front of their escort, which unfortunately for them is only a little tiny frigate. Oh, you're about to have a very, very bad day, sir. Let's knock out any sort of defenses that he's got. We're also buffing up our shields at this point. I'm going to wait as long as I can to get this attack shift down. We need to basically completely negate it before we can actually do anything. Get closer, get closer, get closer, get closer. 1 for 1 is the best we can do, so hit him with everything. So 68 damage. Did a lot of mauling damage. The IKV Klothos is not doing so great. It is a drone frigate. I mean, it's got 4 missile launchers on board. It still also has a fairly decent supply. Do I have defensive trackers? I don't. So we're just going to have to keep away from them. It also does seem to have a fairly decent supply of phasers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess not. Oh, five phasers and 2 disruptors. That's not quite as heavily armed as I thought it was, but still, this is a relatively nice class of ship. And I don't mean specifically this ship here. I mean more like the hull configuration. The F5 series is a pretty nice series of frigates. Just blinking away. There we go. Dig out the enemies, and now we can go right into these folk. So let's just increase the speed of time. We're going to zip around in here because there's no reason not to. This convoy seems a little bit small, actually. Kind of surprises me. Do I need to be powering ECM? I really don't. So we'll shut that down. Just get a little bit more extra power into the shields so we can defend ourselves a little bit better as we zoom on in here to, well, basically kill everything we can. I'm expecting them to fire missiles any moment. One down, coming into the next one. Hi. You look to be a Hydrogen ship, which is kind of weird because, you know, it seemed to be a Klingon convoy. And you did dump a Wild Weasel, which unfortunately frustrates me just a little bit. We'll come back around and continue to pile away. Phaser 4, of course, being a wonderful auxiliary heavy weapon. Be nice if we had more, but you know what? I'm going to take what I can get at this point. Wow, you are doing circles, which is not something convoy ships normally do. They normally try and maintain their straightforward path, though we have figured out that we can mess with that. In one of our previous campaigns, if you dump a mine right on top of them, they will turn in endless circles until that mine disappears. They do not want to do it. Wow, apparently our shields just disappeared. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but hey, we managed to win the mission anyway. That's all the freighters destroyed, the convoy completely eliminated, and they'll have no clue what happened. They'll think it was a random monster attack. It wasn't the fault of any sort of cartel or organized pirate group. Clearly, all the sensory reports just showed this gigantic sun glider. 208 prestige for our trouble. Tile's still not neutralized, really? It's down to a tile of defense of 5, so we're going to pop back here and fix the stuff, and then we're going to pop right back into the mission. Wait for it to recharge, and we're in the area holding action. This one I'm not familiar with. So let's see what we've got to play. Make your way to the listening post in the sector. The information it contains deter any... Oh, so it's just the listening post mission. Okay. Okay, you're a light dreadnought. You're a heavy cruiser. And you're a D5. And we're escorted by the Warbride, who is not a dreadnought. And... Whoa. Hi. Are you like Godfather class things here? Because that is pretty impressive, actually. You are a... what am I looking at? 5%. A CX3. And a CX... Oh, no, so these are our guys. Yeah, they're our ships. Cool. So we've brought basically 3 heavy battlecruisers against the light dreadnought, a carrier of some description, and a D5. So, interesting choice. Let's pick up the pace. We're going to have to actually fight this one relatively intelligently. We're going to go with the defensive setup here. I know it's not phenomenal. It's not perfect, but it'll work for us, I think. Let's make sure the forward shields are being reinforced to the maximum level here. And also pick up speed to our maximum power, because we're going to need all the power we can get here. As much speed as possible, which, you know, is 25. We actually know how fast we can go, and it is 25 even though we have additional power. So, right, not there. One of these is where we need... There. Okay, that'll be 25. So we're going to focus on the Dreadnought. I think the Dreadnought is... not? Oh, I thought for a moment that it was a carrier, but no. It's a DNLPT, or a DNLT. Yeah, it is a tender. So T is for tender, which means it carries pseudo-frigates on board. The DNL means it's a light Dreadnought, which is small mercies. The CX-3s should be able to take care of a CAF no problem at all. That's a fast cruiser. And then the D5, nobody cares about that. Warbride should have it, no problem. I mean, Warbride isn't super heavily armed. He does have 2 phaser or plasma torpedo Gs, but he's also a carrier, so he's kicking along fighters. So a D5 probably isn't going to do a great deal of work. Don't get me wrong, the D5 series is a fantastic series of ships. Probably one of the best sort of light cruiser destroyers in the game. But yeah, looks like we got it locked, so blast it away. Only managed to get a couple of hits on him. They are flying away from us, and wow, the CX-3 just bombed him with a plasma torpedo R. That's 50 damage straight to the front. Yeah, he's lost his forward shield. He took 21 damage from that. He's having a bad time already. His pseudo frigates are starting to get into the fight, but I don't think we're gonna focus on that. We're just gonna knock the Thundercat back on his butt and just basically chew through him. So we're going to get right on top of him. He is trying to turn to get away. I am going to see if I can't keep on that stern. I really want to keep to that stern, cause as much damage as we can. That'll make it more likely that we'll hit the engines. And we're positioned really well. Just get a little bit closer. Just get a little bit closer. And fire everything. There we go. Laying into him. 71 damage. Knocked out 2 shields. And it looks like they're taking out the super frigates with missiles, which, frankly, missiles are a fantastic anti-super frigate weapon. Able to come in with our stern firing weapons. Did another 49 damage. Yeah, the Thundercat's about to have a really bad day. He flew into the middle of what you really don't want to be in the middle of. I did not realize that the CX-3s had R-type plasma torpedoes. Or maybe it's not ours. Yeah, ours probably don't. Different pirate factions, even though the ship will be named the same, they'll have different weapons. There you go. You got an accurate range for that PPD. Knock down those shields as fast as you can. That'll allow us to come in and pick him to pieces. How's the Warbride doing? Warbride is no stern shield. The Devastator is doing pretty well. So pretty much this D5 is... Oh no, he still does have a stern shield. Where? I must have just missed it. Oh, it's hidden behind his phaser 3s. So it looks like the Devastator is trying to kill the Warbride, but the Warbride is cunningly staying under cloak. I don't see the Warbride's fighters, so the Devastator may have wiped out that fighter group already, and if that's the case, well, then the Warbride's going to have to stand undercover. Maybe it's not a carrier. Maybe I was getting confused because the icon was overlapping with the listening post. Doesn't really matter. We're coming in with the wrath of, well, space. I mean, we've got fighters and no less than 5 battle cruisers heading his way. And a large sun glider. That can't be a good sight. I mean, that's a sight you don't want to see come bearing down at you. If we had this makeup during the mission where the Gorn were having us attack the ISE in the final Titanic battle, things would have been much different. So we're gonna kill him. Even though that makes this mission a little bit harder, because not harder, but longer. One, because we have to, get over to him, hunt him down, and destroy him. But 2, because if you get to the listening post while there's still enemy defenders around, the mission immediately ends. But if you kill all the defenders, then you have to actually get off the map before it'll count as a victory. I'm assuming there's a missing trigger somewhere that just gets broken by the fact that there's no defenders left. And probably hopefully something that can be fixed. Oh, you got all your shots in. That's beautiful. And we're just able to slam everything we've got into stern firing weapons. Oh, and then here... Oh, I was hoping you had more shots. Huntress, you were supposed... Oh, you must have gotten too close. I get it. Maybe? Maybe not? Plasma torpedoes ought to do the job, though. He's about to have a bad day. My favorite way to kill somebody is with a PPD. No lie. Yep, there he goes. Completely destroyed. Alright, we're good. So we'll just increase the speed time. We're already going the maximum speed our sun glider can go. Like, we literally can't get up to 32. Or 31. The ship just will not do it. Sadly. Because it'd be cool if we could fly at like 31 while zipping along. Because if we actually have more than 6 points of power that we just like have available to us, which we normally put into our electronic warfare. So this sun glider, if it was possible to reach a speed of 31, could do a speed of 31 while also reinforcing shields. Data transfer complete. Alrighty, let's just bring up the map right here so that we know which direction we're traveling. Head off. And right on there. We'll head right off this map. And no one will be the wiser. We've got the data transfer complete no less than 3 times. Every single one of our ships is equipped with the data, so if we should suddenly suffer a spontaneous survival explosion or whatever, we'll still get this information out and be able to make plans against the Lyrans. I hope the Lyrans might be the Klingons. Almost out of this territory, I hope. Yep. Oh, I also didn't realize we apparently have a 183.3% chance of performing a high energy turn. That is definitely news to me. Hi, I need to guide you guys out, don't I? Oh, you're flying out. And you already flew out. Wow, they actually flew off the map. That's pretty cool and does not happen very often. Normally they avoid the side of the map like the plague. So I'm actually pretty surprised that actually went off. Interesting. Well, let's see how much prestige it is for stealing that information. I don't think it'll be too much, but maybe I'll be surprised. I hope to be surprised. 350, so I'm surprised. But the data was corrupt. Oh well. Couldn't get anything out of it. And they still hold this tile. Holy crap. Supplies, high. I need 3 points of repair because reasons. Don't ask me what those reasons are. We'll pop back here. Maybe we can actually pop this tile. I'd like to have it. And it's convoy raid. Convoy raids are not my favorite, but they are relatively good for this setup. Assuming we don't run into dreadnoughts. Which if we do, hey, there's a dreadnought. Oh god. Hi. So this is not good. So we've run into the convoy that is escorted by the dreadnought. I think I'm going to go with the 4-2, the defensive setup on the ECM system, because this is going to get ugly. What kind of dreadnought be you be? You are a PALX. You're a paladin. We were in a dreadnought like that for a while. They are nasty. And by nasty, I mean, oh my god, this is going to hurt a lot. Let's reinforce all things, because that paladin, I think, is packing 6 Hellbores. If I'm remembering this ship correctly, this is 6 Hellbores, 4 fusions, I want to say? And it's painful. We also actually do need to shoot these killer bees down, because there's enough of them to make life painful. He fired 3 of his fusion beams at me so far. That's number 4. If he fires more, then we'll know that I was wrong. Alright, start firing defensive phasers, all weapons. You're dead. Keep firing defensive phasers. You're dead. Wow, that really hurt the pacer right there. You're dead, and there's one more fighter group right on our stern. Keep firing. Well, we have no weapons to shoot. Okay, we took care of the fighter groups, which is great. 4 Hellbores, 6 fusions. Okay, so he's the inverse of what I thought he was. Unfortunately, none of my pacers are currently online right now, and the pacer is getting absolutely mauled. I need to cause some sort of pain to something very shortly. Our phaser 4s are up, so punch through. Wow, that just knocked that completely off the map. His forward shield is gone completely. Just continue to blast away any phaser you can get a shot on. Please don't bomb me, guys. I know that we're like panicking a little bit, but try not to shoot friendly ships. That would be much appreciated. We've now lost our forward starboard shield, which is not great. However, we have been dealing a little bit of damage to this paladin, which is great. And they're currently on an outward trajectory, which also is relatively great, because it means they're not in a position to go after my 2 little escorts. As long as the pacer and the huntress can keep the fire going down without getting in too much trouble, then we should be fine. Oh, good shot from the phaser 4, right in through that shield, 24 damage right on there. And we're continuing the amount of damage. Unfortunately, we're starting to get big holes in the shields, and that's a problem. Like you said, there's no repairs that's going to go down on this ship. We will suffer for what's about to happen. So I'm going to turn away. Our phaser 4 can fire in any direction, so we don't really care if that has problems or not. Continue to come around. Actually, no. I'm going to dump into you with all these Gatling phasers. Just going to weaken you up a little bit. And that hit the phaser 4. Don't... Okay, it's still intact. So our main weapon's still intact. That's essential. If we lose that phaser 4, we're mostly screwed. I want to shoot at you. Shoot at him. Go for the kill. So that's 35 damage on through. Good shotting in there. Unfortunately, we're not in a position to duel with this paladin right now. We are in a very bad position. We do have a defense shift of 2 right now. That is a very good position. Unfortunately, this paladin can open us up like a can opener, because he's got fusion cannons, and we have missing shields. Luckily, his Hellbore wasn't able to find a target. Hellbores are not particularly susceptible to ECM. They have a resistance against it. But fortunately, we're packing enough of it that we're able to save ourselves. I'm going to wait for these missiles to go in, and if they don't kill him, then I'm going to... Okay, they didn't kill him. Then I'm going to commit the phaser 4s at 33 damage. He's basically a wreck at this point. HMS 4, I'm hoping to kill him with this next phaser volley. Didn't quite do the job. We do need to get our distance away. Oh, we're not going fast at all. We need more power. More power. Alright, we got caught in the explosion, which is not good because, again, we're losing shields. Things not well. Need more speed. We're down to 54 points of energy, which is not good. We have also lost 2 of our Gatling phasers, which is a pretty considerable amount of close-range firepower. There's not much getting around that. We're missing a lot. We have destroyed one of the Hydran freighters, so apparently one of our groups went after it. What was it, the Pacer? It was the Pacer. So the Pacer's now getting amongst the convoy, which honestly is not a bad plan. I mean, we've got these guys pretty much tied up for now. We're not in a position where we've done too much damage to this paladin yet, but we're getting there. We will. And I'm actually in a good chase position on him. So I could commit to the paladin and be in a relatively good spot. You're coming in at me. I don't have any phaser 4s yet. I do have a whole bunch of Gatling phasers though. So let's hit him with all this. Plowed in through there. Cause a decent amount of damage with that. He is breaking off at this point. I've got the 2 phaser 4s about to come online. There we go. Punch on through. Unfortunately, didn't deal as much damage as I wanted. That's a Hellbore that hit. We can't afford Hellbores that hit. We also desperately cannot avoid losing a phaser 4. If we lose a phaser 4, we are in so much trouble. So I need to get around to the stern of the ship. He's doing a speed of 8.5. That's actually telling us really good things. He's down to a speed of 8.5, and he's not accomplishing a whole heck of a lot. 2 missiles, get in. Not quite. Long range phaser fire. Can I knock out the, I'm trying to knock out that tractor beam. It's not working out for me. This is a really long-range shot for a Phaser 4, but I'm going to give it anyway because he's almost a wreck. 2 shots from the Phaser 4s. Did 8 damage. Didn't take out that tractor beam. Was really hoping for that. I can maneuver around this Paladin. More power to the engines. I will definitely get around to the back of this Paladin. I think. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep this side exposed to him until that happens. And that I can't do. Unless he makes that turn. If he turns to starboard, I can pull this in. So we've got the forward shield up to triple white, or triple dark, triple blue at this point, which is pretty nice. I can't do that. I can't go in with you on that. Let him keep firing. Let him keep blinking away. He's not going to do a whole heck of a lot through a defense shift of 2, especially not with a fusion beam at maximum range. Unfortunately, Hellborers, like we said, they're resistant to that sort of incoming fire. Okay, knocked out another shield, causing a little bit of damage. Did I stun his tractor beam? No, I didn't. But he's lost to the shield. He's chugging along. He's not doing too great. Where is our buddy? Are you still alive? No, we've lost the pacer. Oh, that is all kinds of bad. What are you? You're freighter? So we're in a bad spot. So we've lost the pacer. I thought that we had destroyed one of their freighters and not the other way around. Keep blasting away. Keep blasting away. Come on. If I can get a shot with the... No, the Phaser 4 is not going to be ready by the time he turns around. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of shields left. So who's doing this over... Oh! I gotcha. Hi, what are you doing? You are the front of the convoy, and you are zipping along at maximum speed. I think I need to chase you down. So it turns out we've got allies on this mission. The Warbride has just been in amongst the enemy and causing havoc with his plasma torpedoes, which I suppose is a fantastic strategy. I'm just a little bit miffed that we lost the Pacer, because the Pacer was, well, to put it bluntly, very, very useful. Increase our speed a little bit, and I don't want to shoot my Phaser 4s into him. I'm going to save them all for the Paladin, because we're going to need him to chunk through this stern shield. Phaser 4s are currently showing a 0 to 32. I want to get closer so I get that. There we go, the maximum 40. And wait for a little bit more, because I think a range of 3 is when they go to a higher value. And hit him. There we go, 61 damage. He did return fire. We are going to hit a mine, which really kind of sucks. But I want to hit him with the stern fire weapons. Come on, knocked him down, knocked his shields down. And this is going to hurt a little bit. Now I'm going to push in this direction, because now that Paladin is down to a speed of 4. And I'm going to push this freighter as much as I can. And, ooh, apparently our maximum speed goes down. We're down to a speed of 20 now. Which is not good, because we've got to chase this guy and catch up to him. He started to fire long-range hellbore shots, which is not grand. Hi, how you doing? Have you almost killed everything over here yet? Because I think we're looking at just this situation where this is the only thing remaining. So we're just going to set a course and run for it. We'll come back to the Paladin. This actually is really bad for us, because these shields don't come back. They're gone. They ain't coming back. And every time he fires a hellbore, he gets to fire through that shield. I'm going to increase the speed of time. We're going to zip on over here as fast as we can. Yeah, we're going to suffer some hellbore shots, but it needs to be done. Mainly because I think this is the last freighter, and if we don't kill him, well, part of the convoy is going to have escaped, and that's bad. Although I don't know why this freighter has spawned so far away. Are you actually maneuvering? Yeah, he's turning. He's not an actual normal freighter, I don't think. But he is probably the last freighter on this list. Oh, crap. I don't think we're going to catch him. We're not traveling nearly fast enough. And not as close as he's getting to the edge. Fire all weapons. Just try and cause something to him. The weapons are going to recharge in a little bit. Keep shooting. Because we've got at least 3 more cycles of fire before we take him out. We're not getting through the shields. We're not going to make it. Holy crap, he's going to make it away. We didn't turn in on him to try and kill him in time. There's the line. Our weapons are fully charged. Plow through it. Wait for it. Come on, wait for it. Everything you've got! Oh! No! Right as I fired. Right as I fired, he went into warp. Oh, that's not cool. That is so not cool. And we lost the pacer. Oh, this whole mission's just been a kick in the teeth. High resolution. I'm going to hit you with the stern firing weapons, because I think that'll do. Yeah, that did. On to a Paladin, HMS Citadel, who did a fantastic holding action against us. Now getting mobbed by the Warbride. Oh, there's levels of frustration in that one. Because we had him. We had him. I think if I had actually fired, I might have killed him. Oh, that's so incredibly frustrating because of the opportunities. There we go. The warp ride's taken out the enemy. Mission incomplete because one of the freighters got away. Oh, hopefully we will get some cash for that because we lost a very expensive ship. Salute to the Pacer for all that it once was. 0 prestige. What? Most of the enemy supplies met? No, they didn't. Only one ship got away. Oh, that's frustrating. That's why I don't like convoy missions. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. This tile stubbornly refusing to go down. I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video.